You get in the car. You can see on the sign you've only probably got 20 miles of gas left. You're down to your last cold drink. But deep down in your heart you know, while on the road you are free. You're not to be chained and locked down by the city. You're not burdened by the debts. You're not enslaved to the corporations. To enjoy your last seconds of freedom before they catch you, you turn on the radio. And it gives you one last bit of hope, one last bit of joy as you enjoy your freedom. And the radio says, "Look alive, sunshine. One in the knives, guys, but the pigs won't quit. You'll hear of me, Dr. Death-defying. I'll be your surgeon, your proctor, your helicopter, pumping out the slaughter-mark sounds that keep you alive. System failure for the masses. Any matter for the master plan. Louder than God's revolver and twice as shiny. This way, rock roars, you drag queens and motor babies. Listen up. The future is bulletproof. The aftermath is secondary. It's time to do now. Do it loud. Killjoys, make some noise." You hear the music kicking after. You hear the guitar solos of the bands playing. And you think, fuck it. I mean, you have 20 miles of gas left. But I'm going to enjoy this last bit of the road. Well, today's inspiration of the campaign is the album Danger Days, The Various Lives of the Infamous Killjoys. And it's an album which I disliked for the longest of times, but it grew on me, and it grew on me hard. I started to enjoy the aesthetic, the outfits, the music, the vibe and the energy they brought. I just wasn't made for the album at the time. And now it's time to do a campaign based on this world. And it's going to be interesting because Jared Way turns out to be a good comic book writer. And that shows in his old high concept album that is Danger Days. So, where do we begin? So, this main city is Battery City. It is a small mega city, you could say. I know that's not small, a small mega city. But it's small compared to the other mega cities. It's a mega city run and dependent on droids. Droids are the heart and the nature of the city. And the name Battery City comes from the droids, because the droids are dependent on batteries to keep them alive, to run their emotions, to run who they are. And if the batteries go, then so do they. So, who's supplies the batteries? Who's supplies the droids? It is no one else but the infamous BRI, a pharmaceutical company who slowly took over everything else needed to become the de facto political, let's say dictators, but yeah, definitely dictators. The standard dystopian megacorp, big, terrifying, and got something evil up the schemes of all times. So why is the party enjoying the country? Because that's the only place they can truly be free. Because in the city, there is not shy of 1 million spy droids watching everything you do, speculating that any action you have could be a potential microaggression towards BLI, or you are going against the numerous draconian laws that BLI has set up. So the countryside is your source of freedom, it's your refuge, it is your sanctuary. But BLI don't like people being in the countryside. They don't like it because the countryside is freedom. And they don't want people to have that freedom. Because with that freedom, they can plan. And if they can plan, they can bring down the BLI. And that's what the idea of the campaign is going to be. It's going to be members who have been chucked out of society, they've run away, and they've doing the best they can survive. So, they can aim to take down BLI. Or I can do is a campaign where they are simply just surviving the onslaught of the Dracoids or the Scarecrow Squad. Or maybe I could send a destroyer in. So what are these names I'm just saying? And it's not just gobbledygook or jargon. Well, a Dracoid is, you could say, a human slash droid that's been downgraded. Now that is a concept. How do you downgrade a human? What makes us us? What is the concept which we can remove to downgrade? And in this case, it's personality, it's soul, it's heart, it's our compassion, it's our memories, it's our emotions. It's what makes you you. And they remove it, they crush it. And who do they do this to? People who break their laws. Laws like not letting the children have enough sleep, not feeding the children the appropriate foods, letting children watch things they shouldn't watch, walking too fast, J-crossing, not tuning into the radio at the right time, at the right frequencies without your headphones. Small things, because BLI also controls the media, and everyone has to listen to what BLI has to say. So that is Dracoids. So who's Scarecrow? Well, Scarecrow is what makes people scared at night. It is literally the boogeyman. The name of Scarecrow induces fear. It scares off any people who have an idea of creating a plan. Because Scarecrows hunt you down. They find you. They keep you running. And if they don't kill you, they make you into a Dracoid. They are the hitmen. They are the elite soldiers. They are the commanders and generals of the Dracoids. Dracoids who bend the will of Scarecrows. And then you have destroyers. A destroyer is a droid specifically made just to kill. It has enhancements, it has weapons. It has been designed from the roots up to hunt down warbreakers. So, why are BLI being like this? Well, the reason why they got the money and funding is from pharmaceuticals. They can control the agriculture. And what other reasons do the players have for fighting them? Well, they test on humans. They commit crimes which, by our standards, will get any corporation shut down in an instant. Like the millions of surveillance bots, which you can't see because they are literally fly-sized. You may think it's just a fly. Don't trust it. Always carry around your fly spray. Bat any flies you see. Or don't, because that's an act of war against BLI, and I can get Scarecrow sent after you. We don't want that now. We don't want you to get dusted. So, what are BLI also saying? Well, BLI sell drugs and pharmaceuticals which tame and manipulate those who fight against them. They shape the emotions of the public. They control what they want to do. They pump out the drugs to encourage them to buy more BLI goods. It's a very self-fulfilling cycle. It's all BLI at the top making all the money. So how the players can beat these? Well, there's a group of vagabonds, degenerates in the eyes of the BLI, but these are the killjoys. The killjoys are the last hope for humanity in Battery City. They know what needs to be done. They know who needs to be fought, but they can't do it alone. And they have a friend who can help them. Dr. Death Defying. He is the radio host. He brings in each day the propaganda. He brings in everything on message needed to show the world what's going off. The true image of BLI, not the corporate image what they put out. And how the players can deal with them. It keeps everyone up to date with the in and outs. Because information is key. If you don't know what's going off, you have no chance of winning a war. As soon as you lose information, and you have to listen to other sources, that's when war's going to be over. And this is a campaign for Cyberpunk Red. It suits perfectly in my mind some of the settings of Cyberpunk Red. I mean, this really matches the Nomad style. Perfect to a T, in my opinion. That's what kind of inspired it for me. I saw and read some Nomad information, and I thought, this a minute. Families forced out of their houses by mega corporations to live in the wastelands and the combat zones, forming bands of caravans. I was watching the Mark and Comance music videos at the time while reading it. Like on 2 different tabs. I was like, no, summit, this can work. You know, Night City is a wonderful setting, and I love Cyberpunk as a whole. But a good GM knows how to take a system and bend it to their will, and take it and apply it to any story they want, any world they want. You know, Godlike doesn't have to be World War II. Starfinder doesn't have to be about, the system of Pathfinder, in the universe of Pathfinder. It could be our own universe. That's what I've done with Cyberpunk Red. I am planning to take it and twist it to match the canon and universe that Mike and Coates have created, and the love child of Jared Way. So I hope people enjoy this video. No camera today because the camera is fortunately out of commission at the moment, and I deleted the original video which had all the camera on it. So I hope people enjoyed. This will be Dr. Death-Defying signing off. Until next time. Let your crits be plenty and your games be long.